Okay, disc is in. With the D, deep. Oh no, that's not Brad, that was Luke. It seems like this year everybody's Brad, so. Got Brandon with the disc, Churchill on the mark. This goes deep to Lindsay. Oh, right off the hands. Close call. Stall count climbing, gets it off to Chase. Chase finds AJ, around to Churchill. Morgan's open, but he looks her off. Finally gets it off to AJ. There may have been a foul called. Yep, there's a foul. I think people are trying to go back to where they were. Okay. So, disc is in. AJ puts a scuba up to Chase. Oh, bummer. Chase didn't read it. Oh, the disc is up deep to Lindsay. This time she... Okay, disc is up. AJ puts it up line to Chase. Chase towing the line. Dumps it back to AJ. Brad with the big mark. Oh, Chase wide open. Dumps it back to Morgan, gets it off to AJ. AJ finds... Oh, bummer. He couldn't quite hold on to it. I believe that's Isaac. New to the black team this week. And the disc is up downfield. Oh, Brandon unable to come down with it. Looked like he was pretty close to it. Hold up. So the previous the catch by Isaac, his feet were out of bounds. Yellow taking it in on the line. Whew. That was a close call there. Oh, an AT threads the needle. Brandon with the hammer pull. Puts him downs, goes out the back. Isaac taking it in. Finds Morgan. Morgan finds AJ coming underneath. AJ puts it up deep. Finds Josh. Oh, just off his fingertips. So Brandon bringing it in. Quickly gets it off to Brad. Finds Lindsay just short of the end zone. Shoes out. Shoes out. Okay, disc is now in. Finds AT. Oh, bummer. Almost thought Brad was going to come up with that, but it did not hang in the air long enough. Oh. Isaac gets it up the line to Chase. puts a hammer up to AJ for the score. That's so Brad catches the disc, putting it in play quickly, able to gain some quick yardage. Oh, kind of a forced throw there. Unable to come down with it. Defense was tight and able to come up with the block, or the interception. Now Black on offense. AJ finds Josh. Josh searching, puts a hammer to the end zone. There's Ray for the score. Knotted up at 2. Oh, now it's up. Hammer pull, hits the ground, AT knocks it down. Finds Brad. Surveying his options. Black playing man defense. Brandon with the disc, no mark now. AJ's on him. Finds Luke, right close to the end zone, tiptoes it in. Back to Brad. There's Lindsay over on the sideline. Back to Brad in the middle, puts up a blade. Oh, right off her hands. Josh just making sure that didn't come back inbounds. Now tapping it in play. Brandon on the mark. Puts it up line. Oh. Good defense by AT. Oh. Hard pass. Lindsay just unable to reel it in. I think the speed of the pass caught her off guard. Oh, bummer. Miscommunication there. Had a wide open receiver. Just their own team getting in the way. Oh, up the field. Ooh, AJ going hard to the disc. Doesn't come down with it. Brad making a great play to come up with it. Lindsay deep. I believe she tiptoed that in. Yes, she did. Good footwork there. Scratch the score. Pick was called. Goes back to the receiver, but... Okay, hammer pull. Isaac puts it up deep. Oh, and just a little too far. Brandon now with the disc at the corner. Centers it to Brad. Brad finds AT. AT back to Brad. Brad over to Luke. Luke back to Brad. Brandon. Over to Brad again. This yellow offense is really relying on Brad's handling. Gets it up the line to Brandon just outside the end zone. Searching for options. Doesn't like, oh, finally gets it off to Brad over at the corner. 5 minutes, 49 seconds left in the half. I could hear black team strategizing before the point. They were saying not to throw anything long initially. They want to work it up the field. So we'll see how well they do with that. But they go deep right away. And unable to stay patient with the disc. Yellow now in possession. Gets it over to Brandon on the far sideline. Centering it to Brad. Oh, back to Brandon, whose person left him. Sees Luke. Centers it to AT. Middle of the court. There's Brad. Brad up the line. Oh, AJ with a good defensive effort there to swat it out of play. Luke doing a good job of keeping AJ on the line and overthrows it on the high stall count. So good job on the mark by Luke there. forcing AJ to make a throw he didn't really want to make. Now Brandon with the disc, AJ kind of playing back on the mark. We've got Luke with the disc, back to Brandon. Brandon sees Brad. Oh, up to Luke. Oh, just a little bit too far in front. It was a good cut. Right idea, just a little bit too big of a lead. Chase finds AJ. AJ looking, hammer to Isaac for the score. All right, AJ with the hammer pull. Yellow does not field it. Brad tapping it in at the goal line. Sees Brandon. Over to Brad. And there is Brandon with the disc again. Oh, Lindsay doing some good work there in the end zone. Brandon just didn't think there was enough space. Oh, good defense by Morgan on the mark. Hammer, deep. It's Brad with the D. There's some confusion on the play. So, there was a foul called. I'm not sure if it was a pick or something, but foul called. This goes back to AJ. Okay. Not really sure. I think they were discussing whether or not there was a strip. Seems like there's some hostility going around. Just decided to play on Black near the end zone. Yellow bringing some really intense man defense. Oh, bummer. And Black just not able to come down with the catch. Now Yellow on offense. 2 minutes left in the half. Brad with the disc in his own end zone. Finds Brandon by the other sideline. There's Brad with the disc. Puts it up the line to AT, but I don't believe he was able to keep it in bounds. So, Black's disc at the cone. So, Churchill with the disc now. Over to Isaac. AJ. Up the field to the end zone to Caleb. I think he... Was he in? I think he was in. Okay, so AJ just pulled the disc with the hammer pull. Game is tied up at 4s. AT with the disc. Finds Brad. Brad up to Brandon. Brandon sees Brad. Oh, floaty pass, gets D'd up. 1 minute left. There's AJ right on the line. Brandon on the mark. Hammer to the end zone. Oh, right off the hands of Caleb. 40 seconds left. Brad bringing the disc in at the cone. Brad centers it to AT. Oh, AT gets a wobbly pass off to Brandon. Brandon finds Lindsay just short of the end zone. Oh, forces it through. No one there. Now Black, with not too much time left in the half, 10 seconds left, gets it to AJ, puts a hammer to the end zone, and unable to come up with it. 1 second, that disc looked like it was up, but way too far. So, ending the half tied at 4. Okay, so starting the second half now. Score is tied at 4 apiece. There's Brandon with the disc. Moves it up to Brad in the middle. Back over to Brandon. Brandon fakes up the line to Lindsay. Then centers it to AT. There's Brandon again with the disc. AJ playing a really wide mark, a really far mark, I should say. And there's Brandon again with the disc. Brandon back to Brad. Brad up to the end zone. Oh, right off the hands of AT. It looks like he kind of started to stumble a little bit as he was going to catch it. Good effort, just a little bit out of reach. Now AJ bringing the disc in, showing hammer, fakes it. Stall count getting high, able to find Josh right at 9, puts up the hammer to Caleb for the score. I believe that's Black's first lead of the game. So Josh with the hammer pull, very close to Luke, but he avoids it. Yeah, between points there, it seemed like Black was more concerned about their next goal celebration than their strategy. So we'll see how that pays off for them on this point. Oh. And Yellow able to punch it in. So hammer pull from AT. Lands in, slides out, I believe. So it should be coming in on the goal line. Disc is in. Brad is forcing him to what I call the away sideline. Ooh. Gets it over to Ray. He's bumped in the air from AT. AT immediately apologizing though. Isaac struggling to find someone. Finally gets it off to Morgan in the center of the backfield. Up to AJ. AJ crossing it over to Ray. Ray flick up the line. Hold on. I guess I had his name wrong all along. It's Isaiah, not Isaac. But he caught the disc, wasn't quite in. Didn't know what to do because this was his first game. Okay, so that was Josh with the hammer pull. Brandon's taking it in. AJ kind of poaching the cutting lanes. Ooh, and good bid by AJ. Unable to come up with it though. Brandon all the way across to Lindsay. So, hammer pull from Brandon. AJ fields it. Ooh. Brad was close there to the secondary pass. Oh, a little short. Now bringing the disc in. Puts it up to Luke. Up to Brad. And that section where Isaiah just slipped is really slippery. It's like that one section of the floor is a lot more slipperier than the rest. And Brad with a good... So Brandon with the hammer pull. Lands in, slides out. AJ taking it at the goal line. Brad with a strong mark, forcing him to the line. Up the line to Josh. Josh with the hammer across to Isaiah. Isaiah to Morgan. Morgan, close call there to AJ, and AJ finds Chase in the end zone. So, ties it. So Josh with the pole, sails out the back. I believe they're going to take this at the brick. Oh, and I subtract 10 from the score I mentioned earlier. It's tied at 7 apiece, not 17s. It's just because our scoreboard is cruddy. We have to start at 10 and not 0. Brad with the disc in the middle of the court. Looking. Oh. He's Brandon. AT calling for it. Brandon over to Brad. Brad puts it up to Brandon, who comes down with it for the score. Good vert. So Brandon with the hammer pole, lands short, slides into the end zone. AJ over to Churchill. Churchill puts the blade up. Isaiah quickly over. Oh. Josh trying to find AJ, but looks like AJ came down awkwardly on his ankle or something. I'm not sure what, but he's kind of hobbling. Let's see if he's going to stay in or not. Looks like he's going to. So, yellow with the disc now. Ooh. AT slipping on that really slick patch in the court. There's Brad with the disc. Oh, bummer. Luke with the good decision, just kind of had an execution error there on the throw. Brad doing a good job of stopping that upline throw as he was coming in on the mark. Now AT coming in. Got Isaiah with the disc. Back to Isaiah. Oh, trying to get it over to Naomi. Out of reach. Sails out of bounds. Yellow team taking it on the sideline. Interesting here. Black has Naomi guarding Luke and Caleb guarding Lindsay. Oh, good D by Caleb. Realizing there that Lindsay was a pretty big threat and they wanted someone on her. So now it goes up the line. AT with an authoritative swat. Oh, good defense there. Making sure the defender had no chance to come down with that. Brad to AT. AT up, a blade to Brad. Brad just on the doorstep. Looking for options. Floaty up to AT. Oh, knocked down. AJ puts it deep instantly to Josh for the score. I think he might have hit the pole. Let's see if he's all right. I think so. So AJ, I just switched SD cards. Now we're back in play. So the score right now is tied at 8. Brad finds Luke. Luke over to Brandon. Brandon over to Brad. Back to Brandon. Up to AT, but AJ there to come in and for the post D. Brandon coming hard, but a little late. Leaves him open to find Josh for the score. Okay, hammer pull there. 5:27 left in the half. Or the game. Oh, miscommunication there. Not sure who was supposed to be receiving that, but yellow didn't know either. Now black with the disc. Isaiah sees AJ. AJ to Isaiah, finds Naomi. Naomi to Josh. Josh puts the hammer to AJ for the score. So yellow finding themselves down by 2 right now on offense, trying to diminish that lead by 1. Finds Luke, I believe he was in. Okay, so apparently Luke landed on the line, which is not in. So disc is now in, off the reset, looking, finds Brandon for the score. Disc is in. AJ wanting Chase to stop the disc after it had hit the floor, but Chase jumped clear over it. Oh, did he come down with it? I think so. Throws it from his butt. Now Josh puts it to Isaiah in the corner for the score. So Naomi with the pull. Brandon bringing it in to Brad. Black not really moving forward on defense, so yellow getting some uncontested yardage past the halfway point on the court. Able to punch that one pretty easily for the score. So Brad with the hammer pull lands really short. The score right now is 11-10, with black on top at the moment. A little less than 4 minutes left in the game. AJ with the disc on the line. Centers it to Naomi. Naomi back to AJ. AJ looking. Finds Ray. Ray to AJ. AJ over to Josh. Josh up to AJ, but Brad with a really good D. Brad up line. Oh, blade goes over the head of Brandon. Josh, not really sure what he's doing. Now he puts up a hammer to AJ. Strip called. Over to Naomi, back to AJ. AJ sees Ray for the point. So that gives. So, interesting interactions between that point. There's kind of a lot of hanging of heads on the yellow team, and black team kind of mostly catching breath, but still carrying a lot of energy. So we'll see if yellow's able to do anything to change the energy vibe on their team. Brad over Brandon. Brandon with the blade, up to Brad for the score. All right, so 1 point game with 2:25 left in the game. Seemed like there was a lot more communication on the yellow side there. So seems like a little bit better energy now after scoring that point. Black with the disc. Luke doing a good job of trapping him on the line. Able to push it up the line though to AJ. AJ looking, Brad with the mark. Able to get an up line. Brad cutting off the up line. Oh, hand block there by AT. 2 minutes left. Yellow is really unhappy right there. They felt like AJ kicked the disc. away from Brad as he was trying to pick it up, and now yellow with the disc. So Brad called a contact foul on the play. So just going back to Brandon, the thrower. Yellow still at the disc, finds Brad. Okay, so the game is now tied up after that point. A lot of controversy there between black and yellow about whether or not that was a foul, but they played it as a foul. Yellow's still able to score. Now black with the disc. Puts a hammer to Isaiah. Isaiah across to Josh. Josh back to Isaiah. Looking for options. Finds AJ finally. AJ up in the corner. Oh, just a little bit too far in front of Chase. Chase making a really good effort. Went kind of hard into the wall there. Brad over Luke. Luke back to Brad. 40 seconds left in the game. Brad over to Brandon. Brandon looking back to Brad. Seems like they're trying to run off the clock to get a buzzer beater. Putting it up to Brad for the score. That's the go. 5-4. Okay, now the poll is up. There's 16 seconds left, so black does not have a lot of time to work with. Puts it okay, so Caleb called out. Yellow with the disc, 13 seconds left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's game. So, yellow able to remain undefeated.